G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. The tide is up pretty high today and it's not getting much lower. It's one of those days that just has a very high tide height. Anyway, our first shell find today, I noticed him and my eyes nearly popped because look at how nice and shiny he is. This guy is a lovely yellow-toothed cowrie. The teeth don't look that yellow, so I really don't know why it's called that. But anyway, this one is super fresh. It's still got his nice brown speckles on top. We're going to look at the sand today because the tide is so high. It's usually a good day for the sand. There's not really too much on the sand, but we'll see what we can find. I found one of these on my last trip out here too. It seems like the jewel boxes have been washing up quite a bit more than usual lately. This one is a little baby one. He is a little Pacific jewel box with both the top lid and the bottom part that would have been kind of fused onto some kind of flat surface. Are you whole? Yes, I think it is whole. There we go. It's just a little commercial scallop, a nice white one. Usually when I find them from here, they've got some kind of black or grey discoloring through them, so it's not often I find such a clean one. Oh, look at him. I nearly didn't see him. I was looking at something else. I was looking at a dirty pearl oyster. Is he going to dry shiny? My goodness. Oh, there we go. He's back into focus. This one is a little grape cowrie. Did I find a grape cowrie when I was here last time? I don't know. I'm having some luck with grape cowries lately. This one can also be called a stippled cowrie because of all that lovely stippling on him. It's kind of nice. It kind of like raises up just above the shell so it feels good to touch. And you know it's a grape cowrie because they got that beautiful orange ribbing on that base going all the way from one side to the other. And I just noticed that one kind of right where that grape cowrie was. Yeah, I don't usually find these, so I'm going to take this one. It is a notched limpet. I forget which one exactly, but they do pop up here sometimes. Also, I can't go too far into the rock pools today because I brought my water shoes, but I brought two right ones instead of a right and a left. Isn't that just like, do you ever just have one of those days? I don't know, I had one of those days and that day was today. A little moon snail. Yep, there we go, got him. This one I call a coral moon snail. They're kind of common here, except I don't tend to collect too many of them. Let's take a little look at you. If I can pick it up, there we go. This one looks really nice, like he's got all of his textures. He's got some colors. I don't know if that's like moss growing on it. Usually they're more white when I find them, or that could be because they're more beach worn. This one's definitely empty. I would say it is a stony sand creeper. There seems to be a fair amount of these guys about still. Yep, there we go, just pebbles. I was kind of wondering if a little crab took this one. Anyway, it is a tortoise dove shell. They are very common around here. This guy looks like he's got some nice colors and textures on him. I mean, when I say nice colors, I mean he looks black and white rather than just like all plain white. This one should be a keyhole limpet. That wind is picking up just a little bit. I hope you can't hear it yet. There we go. I have a lovely joined bird cardita. It's a lovely red one. He's got like a nice kind of like little swoosh, like a nice little scale right at the top of that side. That's a bean trivia. I don't think I collected more than like one bean trivia last time. It's not a good time for them apparently. Anyway, I'll try to collect up a few more of these when I can. These bean trivias also have an alternate name of the little rice cowrie, although they are not a cowrie at all. Yeah, some more of the usual minis. I'll start with this one. It is a very cute pyramid periwinkle. They only get a little bit bigger than that, so that's a nice size for it. I also saw, is this one any good? It's a mitre shell. It looks like a root-covered ribbed mitre, but it's much like whiter than what I'm usually used to seeing. Also, a little mini sand dollar. I haven't actually seen many of these today. That's like the first one. And, what else can I find from down here? Nothing now. It's all washed away. I keep seeing little things to pick up in this spot and then more water comes and pushes it away. That is one of the issues about coming with this tide time. Everything hasn't really settled yet. There we go. Maybe this one. We'll go with this one now that everything's settled. We have another cowrie. This one is a little graceful cowrie. What is this nice white one? Is that a dwarf cone? I think it is a dwarf cone. I was looking at that and thought to myself, is that a big bean trivia? Wow, yes, it is empty. Just a couple of pebbles in there, no goopy guy. This one's even got some of his brown periostracum still stuck to the side, so it's a very fresh one. Once again, it's a dwarf cone. It's just a little cone species that doesn't get much larger than that. Why not? We'll collect one of these today. There's a lot of them around. I usually just don't pick them up too often. It is a zebra top shell, although it could be a constricted top shell. I honestly cannot tell the difference between the two species. I usually see a lot of them alive around here, and also with hermit crabs, so I don't usually get too many empty ones. Ooh, I want him. Are you nice on the edges? It does look pretty nice on the edges. Okay, we got ourselves a Jackson's Venus right there. He's pretty nice. They pop up from time to time, but I always like getting a good colourful one. There we go. It is our old friend, the lace coral. I'll be picking up any more of this that I find. I really like this stuff. When I bleach it, it turns this kind of browny looking colour into more of a light cream colour. It's much more cleaner. It's our other friend, the blotched neurite. There we go. There's a lot less on the rack line today than I hoped for, but there's always blotched neurites, so you might see about 5 of these by the time I'm done. What do we think? Do we want to look at this guy? Do we risk it? Do we risk the shell box for this guy? There we go. He looks a little bit like dirty, or he looks a little bit broken on that side. I think he would need a bleach bath, except these guys don't handle bleach baths very well. Anyway, I do like those red stripes going up it. It is probably a blotched pearl oyster, because that is the only kind of pearl oyster I really know the name of. There's no way that's whole. It's actually whole. Okay. It's not as big as I thought. Also, there's a shell stuck in it. It's stuck hard in it. Probably the reason why no hermit crab grabbed this nice orange spangler's trumpet is because there is a mulberry whelk stuck in the opening there. Okay, see if I can get that out. Anyway, very cool. Because I am stuck, at the shore in the shallow parts of the rock pools, I wasn't expecting to find a big shell, so that is a nice surprise. Is that 1/2 or 2 halves? Oh, it's just 1/2. It's not a whole one. Usually I find whole ones. I'm usually that lucky. This guy is a nicely colored discrepant Venus. Oh, you are exciting. Are you whole? You're only exciting if you're whole. It is a whole one. Oh my goodness, I felt that tip touch my finger. It's got a good point on it. Look at him. I'm very excited. I don't often find these guys. They are a dove shell. It is a lined dove shell, I think was this one specifically, although there's another one that I can find that looks very similar. Anyway, this one's pattern is absolutely beautiful. And once again, very, very rare to see it here. It's just an absolutely beautiful little shell. Is it just me, or does this one have a bit of a shine on it? I don't remember if I usually find these with a bit of shine on them, now that I think about it. This one is a dog cockle. I'm never 100% sure which one, so I usually just call them a Gray's dog cockle. Also, this one has some lovely white on the side. It's very pretty. Ooh, this side of the beach with the rock wall potentially has some stuff on the sand, and I think I see some dots on the sand way up there for shells, so yeah, maybe we'll have some more luck down here. I was looking down here and thought to myself, there's got to be something good in here, other than a bit of a sea glass that I have to pick up and throw out later. This one is here. I was looking, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, whatever I was about to say, I don't know. That is like, oh my goodness, look at the pattern on this. I have never in my life, not even looking at these guys on the internet, have I ever seen a pattern like this on one of these brown lined paper bubbles? Like, look at that. That's like stripy in a different way. My goodness, okay. 100%, that's the favorite today. I have never seen one like that, and I've got like a jar half full of these at home. There is a lot more of the usual things around here. I've been picking up a nice handful of little mini pebble urchins. They're very cute. And, ooh, I didn't see that one. Oh, I did not see this one. Look at him. I was going to pick up some lace coral. I wasn't looking at this one. He's very, very pretty. This is a juvenile cowrie. He hasn't grown the set of teeth on that side or on that side yet. Looking at him, I think he is my goodness, I think he's a yellow-toothed cowrie. Either that or he's one of the green-tinted cowries at a very sub-adult stage, or a very juvenile stage, I should say. And there's more lace coral. I've been putting a bunch of that into my bucket already. Why not? Another commercial scallop. This is the third white one I've picked up, actually. There's yet more lace coral, but let's take a look at this one. Yeah, nice red limpet. This one, he's a bit calcified in the center, but they always are. This one is a common variegated limpet. Oh, we've got another cowrie with a good shine on it. Oh, and he is all whole on the base. Look at this fella. He is fairly nice looking. I sometimes come across these, but not often. It is a subadult snakehead cowrie. So he's just a very thin shell, and as you can see, his white spots that are usually on top of a snakehead haven't finished developing into the final adult pattern, so you can mostly just see the juvenile pattern underneath it. Goodness, this side of the beach is doing good for me today. We have another brown lined paper bubble. Actually, let's compare it to the first one. This first one, I was looking at it and I'm like, oh my god, the colors are almost red on it. Yeah, there we go. So the one on the left here is how the brown lined paper bubbles typically look. And the one on the right is just a really weird one that's also kind of amazing. Yes, I did actually put those brown lined paper bubbles in my bag because I do not trust myself. Here we go, it is another juvenile cowrie that hasn't grown either set of teeth along that base yet. This one, because of the coloration and the nice length of it, I believe is an eroded cowrie. Oh, that is just a tiny little fragment of pink lace coral. I'll pick up any more that I see, although I haven't seen a lot today compared to last time. Also, this is over here. It is broken, but I'll keep an eye out for some whole ones. It is a violet sea snail. I dare say it's come with some blue bottles, Pacific man of war as you might call them, because I have noticed a few jellyfish or blue bottles lying around the beach as well. Ooh, yeah, why not? I picked up just one half of a discrepant Venus earlier. This one's much nicer, although the patterns aren't as nice. It's much nicer because it's joined. Actually, oh my goodness, something tried to eat that one. He's got a predator drill hole there. Also, I'm just picking up a whole bunch of lace coral. There is a lot of it around today. I like the look of him. Is he? Yes. Yes, both of the openings are empty. That is a nice relief. This one is a Titan acorn barnacle, just a little one. They grow in clusters, and I usually only find singles, but this is a double one, obviously. It is a type of crustacean. It's not actually a snail. It's very cute, and yes, of course, look at this. There are so many little pebble urchins along the rack line right here. I usually find a lot, but not so concentrated like this. Oh, I just noticed that one too. Look at him. I did not have my eyes on that to begin with. It is a little mysterious velvet snail. Another cowrie. Let's take a look at him. He is a bit calcified, especially there is a line where his shell was broken at one stage. It's got a big line of calcification on it. This one though is a little cat cowrie. They are super duper cute, and I don't find a ton of them. I sometimes find some very nice ones though. Oh, hello little cowrie. Were you kicked aside from somewhere? And it is even all intact on the bottom and not even cracked. There we go. A little bit calcified on that side perhaps, but still with a nice shine on top. I think this is a yellow tinted cowrie before it develops its nice white speckling on top. That's another subadult or juvenile cowrie. Oh, it's subadult. I call it subadult when they do have their teeth but not their adult markings or weight yet. This one is definitely a subadult yellow-toothed cowrie, the same as the first one we picked up today. Oh my goodness! Are you whole? It's freaking whole, everyone. Oh my good golly goodness. Okay, this one's an into the cabinet one. Oh my god. My goodness, look at this guy. I would forgive you if you think I've just found a second grape cowrie for the day. Remember when I told you that the grape cowries have that lovely orange ribbing going from one side of the base all the way to the other? This one, you can see that the ribbing kind of stops halfway. Like it's kind of like white up there, the ribbing stops. That means that this one is not a grape cowrie, it is a Limacina cowrie. Heaps more uncommon and rare than the grape cowrie. I'm sorry, Am I yelling? I'm very excited. I've never actually found one with like a super good shine on it. This one's got a super nice shine on it. The other difference is that the Limousine's little white dots don't stipple outwards and make a texture like the grape cowries do. Oh, this is very nice. It's also very large too. Ah, that is like... Okay, this one is the new favorite. That is a very exciting shell find. I now need to protect this bucket with my life. No waves may take it from me. Anyway, dramatics aside, I've got a very nice striped-mouthed periwinkle right here. It's extra orange around that middle part. Oh, that one looks nice. I picked up a few graceful cowries today, but they've been a bit so-so, so I think I'll take this one as well. Ooh, no. Hello, you are... a clandestine. A donkey cowrie has black spots, but a clandestine has, not spots. They're supposed to be stripes. These ones just look like spots. My guy, where did the rest of your brown stripes go? Anyway, yes, it is a clandestine cowrie. There is a lot of cute little minis around here. Oh, he's nice and yellow on the top. There we go. Got myself a little baby flat sand snail. And I also want to look at this one. Are you whole? Yeah, he's whole. This one has a name. I have found it before. I just can't remember what it is. I think it was some kind of spindle whelk, if I recall correctly. It's very, very hard to put a name to it. My goodness, everyone, I am having all the cowrie luck. Okay, he's not terribly shiny, but still pretty cool. This one is another grape cowrie, once again, because that color and ribbon goes all the way from breadth to width of the base. Is that the right ones that I'm using? Anyway, it's fine. Also, I have picked up a few of these so far today, but I haven't really mentioned it. I've got myself a lovely pheasant shell. This is about as big as they get here, but they are a lot larger in other parts of Australia. Another subadult cowrie shell, because he's still got a lot of color wrapping around on his base, and his shell feels very, very thin. This one is a subadult graceful cowrie. I'm going to walk off the beach. I was here earlier. I did not see that. Hello, good sir. He is a little bit chipped on that opening, but it is the third brown-lined paper bubble today. He is the biggest one, but probably... I still like that funky one from earlier. Still, that's a very nice one to finish us off with. It certainly feels like the cowries have returned with this assortment, so yes, here are the shell finds for this morning. And if you have enjoyed these lovely mini treasures, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. My goodness, everyone, how do we even pick favorites and special mentions from this lot? I mean, we can try, and if you want to try too, please let me know your favorites down in the comments. I think I do want to give a special mention to the lovely lined dove shell. My goodness, it's just a lovely little guy. These guys are just super exciting to come across. They're not common whatsoever. I might give special mentions to a lot of the cowries. Oh my goodness, super pleased with the cowries. The first one is the subadult snakehead cowrie, if I don't just smash it on that rock there. The next one, I just want to give kind of like a little look again at this one, if we can compare it to the other one. So the one on the right is a subadult yellow-toothed cowrie, and I think this one on the left with slightly different colors and patternings is the the juvenile green tinted cowrie. It's just lovely to see these two shells from the same genus, but actually have kind of slightly different looks that set them apart. So they're very nice. And my goodness, you know what, special mention to the first shell of the day. I think this yellow-toothed cowrie was pretty nice as well. Nice and adult with that darker brownish pink base. But the top favorites for the day, okay, oh my goodness, there was a couple that just really stood out to me. The first one is going to be this guy. Absolutely beautiful Limousin cowrie. The English name for that is the file cowrie, or the slug-like cowrie. He's maybe not the shiniest he could be, but still, that's good enough for me. That's better than any I've ever found. That's a really nice little shell. And the other top favorite for the day is going to be this guy. I mean, I kind of already told you which ones my favorites were, you know, as I was walking along the rack line. But yes, it is definitely going to be this beautiful brown-lined paper bubble with a very atypical marking on it. So the other ones, they're literally just brown lines. This one's got like spots of red through it. It's super interesting. So that one is the other favorite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.